Ballast time.
Train, 16 coaches long.
Now you see why. Whoa! What I didn't do, I didn't protect my track. The track is in the way the whole time. So what I would do is I would probably get painter's tape or something kind of tape when this glue first sets on this track and on this roadbed, and I would probably tape it up as best you can, do any other work that you need to do, and try to keep your track a little bit cleaner. It's just causing me a little bit of extra work. What I'm gonna do on all this track now, before I put the ballast on, well, lessons learned again. I'm gonna show you the track. This is the track before I start to ballast it. It's just a picture of it. You see it has some overspray of some dirt and just dirt on the ties. I don't know if you could see that. I'm gonna try to get dirt on the ties. And what I did was I did not take care of the track the whole time. You could tell that I didn't take care of the track while I was doing most of this project. And I've got, there's stuff on the track, and I didn't clean that. And the ballast did cover it up, and this ballast is down and it looks good. I think I like it. But the way I did the ballast, you can see that on all the ties, it's almost making the ties disappear. Right? So I didn't like that because it looked like there was just rails sitting on top of the ground. So what I did, I left that alone to show you. What I had to do was I went back over here with a hobby knife and I cleaned all of these rocks and stuff off from the ties. Talking about a pain in the butt, and also scraping them a little bit to try to get some of the brown color to show through if I had too much other stuff on them, some coloration. So anyway, it took a little bit of work to do. Now the track looks better. It actually looks like a railroad track because I have all the ties undone. But over here you can see the difference. If I can get out of the light, there's a lot of the gravel, the ballast is still on top of the track. So this is where I was talking about, just going through it and scratching some of it off. And that exposes that those railroad ties again. But then they still had this coloration. So what I did was I sprayed them with alcohol and then tried to wipe them down, and that gave me a little bit of my color back. You could see a difference in there to there. It gave some of my color back to the ties. I even tried painting some of the ties down here, in which I can't keep the paint off from the ballast. I can't keep the paint off the ballast, and then it looked bad that way. So I had to scrape some of that paint that got off onto the ballast back off, like those areas I'm doing right now. So anyway, just playing with the track, trying to get it all to look good. This is my third time doing this. I'm just trying to get some of the crud off of these ties. It looks like just a mixture of a little bit of everything I've done to this point. So I'm going to do that first, give me a better starting point when I put down the ballast. I ain't worried about all the stuff down inside that's covered up, but the ties itself need to at least start a little more brown as opposed to this. You can see the ties here are all covered with crap. And over here they're actually look like ties. So lesson learned, either protect your track or clean it before you put ballast down, because once you get here, not a whole lot you can do. I mean, I'm gonna try to go through and clean it up. It's too late on a lot of this. I'll have to just do the best I can. Well, I think I figured out what I need to do. If you look at this track over here, I clean this track before I put down the ballast. And you can see, look, at this is not cleaned yet. And look at the crap all over it. And it just created me a whole bunch more work on about a third of the track I've got done already. So the rest of the track is getting washed before I put down ballast. Now, I'm showing you my screw up. I mean, you come up with a way not to get in trouble like this. I did it. What I'm using is a little dishwashing liquid, water, and a steel brush. And having this scrub all my track down. And trying to get all the crap off from it before I do any more of the ballast. So even if this may not be kosher, but it is what it is. I got to get this thing, I got to get it kind of cleaned up. Let's do a little piece at a time and get her cleaned up. Don't let that water soak in. I'll be as careful as I can and get as much of it cleaned up as I can. Okay. Well, after spending 2 full days of cleaning the track and messing with this ballast that I did the fast way, and didn't turn out that good, but I mean, I'm going to be able to fix it. I finally slowed down a little bit and hand put in this stuff and made it look good before I cleaned all the tracks. I don't have any excess ballast on the tracks, so I don't have anything really to clean up. And I put just enough down to what I needed, and I did this section here, this little piece, this one here, and there, and I'm getting ready to glue it down. But it looks better already, just taking some time. The other thing I noticed is that when I was looking through the video, they gave me this ballast here, this buff medium ballast, and buff, I guess that's brown. Everything else I've seen was gray, and I don't know why I end up with the buff. I don't know. You just keep this in mind. If you want gray, you better buy you a bag of gray, because you don't get it with this set to do your ballast around your track. It's going to be this brown color. And again, I think I like the gray better, but it's a little bit too late for that now. So, it is what it is. I think we're just gonna go with it for now. Okay, let me glue this stuff down. Officially, I'm gonna say that I am done with this level of ballasting the track. It doesn't look terrible. It needs some cleaning up yet to do, but I think I got it for the most part done. There's still a couple little areas that I could fill in, like in here you can see a little black spot still, and I think probably I'm gonna call this done like I did everything else before I got it exactly the way I want. What I'm learning is if I try to go into the fine details and find something in the next step is gonna mess it up. So I'm gonna call it good, and I'm gonna go into the next step of this, getting my electrical done, because I got some goodies. I'll show you in the next video. Okay, see you then.